rules as to what the taxman has to give you, right? Now, you always hear on the radio things like self-assessment tax forms, right? So that's when you, as a business or as an individual, like your dad, okay, would take in his earnings for that year, okay, calculate his costs, calculate his total allowances, right, and then at the end of the year, his accountant, between him and his accountant, would give the taxman the tax, okay, that he's owed for his income for that year. Right. Now, larger companies, okay, what larger companies do is they use the same principle, okay, but they take off your tax every month. So at the end of the tax year, when the HMRC, which is the tax people, are due their money, then they've basically got money accumulated from the course of the year in an account that's then put into the HMRC. Okay. Which pays your tax. So that's why we get taxed every month. Right. Okay. Because it averages out over the course of the month, and that's why people are sometimes kind of asking for tax backs and rebates, because sometimes they're overtaxed or they're undertaxed or something, okay? So anyway, they've been using a different type of tax system, right? So essentially it means that Rangers have misused the tax system, right? It's caused them to be doing it wrongly, and the taxman say, you've been doing this wrongly, you owe us money because you've illegally not given us money, okay? Right. That amount of money is to the tune of £75 million. Wow. Right? Oh my gosh. Added to that, news that just came out today was that since the takeover in May, a completely different type of tax rule, right? Rangers haven't paid HMRC £9 million. Right? What a pickle. They also owe banks money, they owe businesses money, they owe people like the police money for, like stewarding games. It's all come out in one day? Well, it's been coming out in the last few months, like, they owe so much money to people, essentially they can't pay it. Yeah. Right, they've not got the money. So, what they've done is they've entered what is called administration, right, which is when they get a company to come in, okay? Now, when a company goes into administration, the first thing that the administrators do is to say, we need to keep this company, or we try our best to keep this company running, and we strike a deal with the creditors, right? So, let's pick a figure of 100 million that's owed to different people. The administrators come in and you say, look guys, right, there's maybe 5 people are all owed money by Rangers, right, including the taxman. Okay. Right guys, we can't afford, right? So this is our operating costs, this is our income, right? This is how much we can afford to give you. Okay. Can a deal be made that we can give you this to wipe off your debt? So like the banks might go, you owe us 18 million, but we'll take 9 to cut our losses. Right? Because if Rangers can't pay it, then they basically go bust, which is dead. And then there's no team. No longer exist. They are no longer a company. They're no longer a football club. Is that what it is now? What? Is that what it is now? No, they're in a stage where there's administrators in to try and negotiate deals with people. Right, okay. So in 30, I think I don't know how long you get, right, but it's 30 days I think you've got in order to make administrative bid. A lot of times in football, people go into administrations, what happens is a massive big like oil guy from Russia or some rich suave billionaire comes in and thinks, right, you owe these guys 80 million. I've got 300,000 million. Babe, right in my bank. I know I asked you, but can you make it like just a wee bit shorter? Just a wee bit. Somebody, sum up. Babe, I'm going to tell you. Stephen, I never tell stories this long. Just summarise, please. No. I'm actually really glad that you asked me to do that, right? Because I wasn't conscious of the fact that I was rambling, right? But I was, okay? Now, I can accept that and I can understand. Stephen. No, but listen, that's fine. But I can understand that this must be really boring for you and it's not something that you're really interested in, right? I am glad that we're really open with the fact that we can tell each other things like that and not take offence. I'm not offended with that, babe. I'm happy that you said that. Do you know what, Joanna? The thing with the Rangers thing is they've not got a lot of money, they can't pay off people, right? That's that. And how does that make you feel? That makes me feel great.
Why?
Because the main reason is not that I care that Rangers exist or not. It's not that sort of case. That what I like is Celtic, right? And in fact, Celtic are now 10 points better off because a rule of the football governing body, the SPL, means that if you go into administration, you get deducted 10 points. So Celtic were 4 points clear at the start of the day, and they're now 14 points clear at the start, at the end of the day, right? So there's a better chance of Celtic winning the league, which is what I'm happy about. Okay.